What up YouTube, Asian Persuasion here, and I'm back with another video today. Today is my first place deck profile of the new format, December 2020 format ban list. With, of course, you guys already know the ban list decided to hit Linkross and Smoke Grenade out of Infernobles. This deck is definitely not dead. The deck has just evolved like it always does. It's honestly just a Needle Fiber deck still, so rest in peace Needle Fiber still here. So yeah, this is going to be my updated first place profile for my locals. Went undefeated 4-0. But yeah, the combo is definitely different. It's not the same because obviously you don't have Linkross. But like, if you guys want, I can probably show the combo. This very new combo that I found in this video. If not, this video will just be a part 2 video of just the combo tutorial, depending on how long this profile is. But I'm going to go ahead and start it off. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just get into the profile. We're going to start. We're going to do it on my JD mat, of course, because, you know, it's pretty. Shout out to my dad. Alright, so first things first, we have 1, 2, 3. We got triple gear freed in the main deck. Honestly, this deck is kind of just more evolved into a gear free control deck. The fact that the deck had to evolve, so now we had to pretty much play VFD, that you guys didn't see that coming. We're playing VFD, so this is a level 9 extender, which is amazing in this deck. It's also a negate that helps you play around the Biru as well. This card is overall amazing. You have to max out on it now, for sure. Anyone that plays 1 or 2 is very incorrect now. I was just always a big fan of 3. Next up for Infernobles, we got 1 Azir. Pretty much the same standard combo where you open Azir Renaud or Azir Heritage, or a combination of Heritage, Durandal, or the hard drawn Renaud. This plus any of those 3 cards is basically a gear feed search, because you can send a gear feed off of the Azir. So yeah, really easy ways to search the ways to get gear feed on the board turn 1, or have it active, basically. Next up, we got triple Oliver still. We're still playing 3 of this because you still need it's a Needle Fiber deck, and this is the best extender. Plus, when you draw Genba, you still need a tuner to make off of a sold summon, so it's either the send 4 equips or send 1 or 2 equips for Genba. So if you hard draw the Genba, sometimes you just gotta send some more equips if you don't want to send the Fire Flint to do the Genba out of your hand. I don't really like doing that combo as much now because it's super neg now, but obviously you have to do it sometimes. But I'm playing more equips on my deck, so that way I can always have 4 in my deck, at least hopefully. I'm playing 45 cards, by the way, so it's a lot bigger right now. It's still in the testing phase, but so far, my first run at locals has been very good. 3 Renaud, of course. This card is just amazing mid-late game. Picking up a Fire Warrior from the grave when it's special summon, and it becoming a level 1 tuner can be sometimes relevant. But mainly it picks up gear freed or equips that you need to start extending your plays. Renaud is amazing. And that rounds out the Noble Knights. Next up, we have the best normal summon in the deck, Neo Space Connector. This card is basically still your Smoke Grenade turn 1, because you're looking at your opponent's hand with the best card to summon off a Dolphin, which is obviously, or Connector, which is Dolphin. So amazing. This card, it still gets you hand knowledge to see what you have to play around, but if they don't have a hand trap, the combo Uninterrupted, the one that I made, is actually just insane. Yeah, this deck has definitely just changed. We don't need Smoke to win. Neo Space Connector is all you really need. For the extenders, you know, the really good ones, I cut this down to 2. I'm not mad, honestly, because, like, I like the card, but you don't need 3 in this build anymore, I don't think. I still like it as my first summon before anything. It doesn't burn my normal summon, but I felt like this is one of the cards you can cut down on, because Tatsunoko is not a part of your combo now with Linkross banned. So this card is just like not as needed, because before it was needed for Tatsunoko plus that equals a level 8 synchro. The level 8 synchro does not come out as much in this build. It just, that's the way it is, because your tokens and levels are just always manipulated in a weird way. Next up, the 2 Fire Flint Lady. This one's actually better now. Still not going to try 3 anytime soon. It's pretty bricky. I feel like 2 is still fine. Fire Flint Ladies, you don't need more than that. Next up, we got the bricks. We got the 101. We got the 6 Samurai, Gamba, and the real big Garnet. We got the Colt Wing. Yeah, so basically, yeah, you can't draw Cold Wing still. It's weird. Fun times. Just can't draw Cold Wing or else it's not full combo. So that's why I decided just to play a bigger deck, 45 cards, mitigate drawing Cold Wing. Only do Cold Wing 1 out of 4 rounds. Like, one game out of 4 rounds, which is not bad. Next up for spells, we play Monster Reborn. This and gear makes your gear free just insane. We got the reinforcement of the army, self-explanatory. Next we have the reason why this deck is actually still playable is because you get to play 3 Heritage, which is more Rotas, but this can also pick up from the grave, so don't ever forget about that. And you can always get this back when your Noble Knight guy is destroyed by battle when it has a Noble equipped spell equipped to it. You can get that back from your grave. That never really comes up because the full combo of this deck doesn't let them play Yu-Gi-Oh! So, yeah, you're gonna love it. Get that out of the way. We got, next up, the 3 Durndal. Still another reason why the deck is good. This card searches most of your deck. Pretty nuts. Weird. Next up, we have, this is gonna look different, but we play 1 Infernoble Arms Joyeuse. So, most of the time you don't see this in the Infernoble builds, but I figured there's gonna be games where I don't full combo right away, but this is like a good mid to late game as well that lets me play like crazy. So what you guys don't know it does, you can target a Fire Warrior monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So it's like the warrior returning alive basically, but this is searchable because it's Infernoble Arms. And then you destroy this card, of course, like Durndal. But then if this card is sent to the graveyard because it was equipped to the monster is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Fire Warrior monster for hand, and that has no level restriction, so you can summon Gear Free like twice in a turn. So once you can summon Gear Free the normal way by banishing from the grave or field, and one time you can like equip this to like a monster, link it off or synchro it off, and then trigger Joyeuse that way to special summon a Gear Free from your hand. So this is pretty cool. I actually like this card. Came up a couple times when my Gear Free control games when the full combo got hand trapped, because obviously we always get Gamma Nibiru'd and impermed a lot. Locals, it happens every time. So that card's actually pretty nice. I actually like testing it. It was nice. Next up, we got 3 Living Fossils. Still the equip you want off a Power Tool for the most part. Also, it's just basically a searchable reborn with Power Tool and Renaud. Next up, we're playing a few more equips. So we're playing 2 different dimension reincarnations. I still like this extender. I haven't found the reason to play the 3. Honestly, I might just 1 still because like Living Fossil is still more important. But this can actually just help win you games with Gear Freed and like Charles if you banish off a sword. So this card's actually really good too. So honestly, I've been liking the 3-2 ratio with the 3 Living Fossil, 2 DDR. But this might get in and out of playing at one point or not, something like that. And next up, obviously, the last equip is this, because we can't play Smoke Grenade no more, but this is like one of the best cards to help you get free pluses. Next up, we have 3 Triple Tactics Talent, Triple T. This card still is amazing in this deck. Infernobles is still a combo deck. You're always special summoning a lot, comboing crazy. So the option to draw 2 cards, or change a harder monster, or even look at your opponent's hand and make them put a card back in their deck is actually very important. That hand knowledge can help you full combo all the way through. So Triple Tactics Talent is still a necessary card in this deck. And then of course we're still playing 3 Dark Ruler no more because locals always, man, you guys don't know how many Dragoons, Storm, Statue, Barriers, anything, things you can negate, UCTs, Dolkas. This just helps you play the game when you lose the die roll, so you can always go second. Always play that card. And obviously, this is the spicy card of my deck. We are going to be playing this. Triple Exchange. This is your new Smoke Grenade. This helps you ensure that your combos go through. This card, I drew this with combo, and there was no games I lost when I resolved Exchange, honestly, today. You resolve exchanges this deck. It helps you know their whole hand, which is amazing. And then you swap them and give them a bad Infernoble Knight card that they can't even use, and you steal their hand trap that they can't use against you. And then you know what else. If they have multiple hand traps, you can play around the other ones. And in a combination of like Triple T and like this, so you can know like they have a hand trap, and then there's nothing you can do but play into it. At least with talents, you can always draw 2 and or look at the other card and rip it if they activate one of the hand traps by manipulating them into playing it, because the Soul Day is still the biggest bait of the game. It's amazing. So this card is MVP. This is going to be your new smoke grenade. This can also be intertwined with drag down into the grave. But today I tested exchange because drag down can possibly let them draw into another hand trap, which I didn't want to honestly experiment with today. I didn't want them to go, I look at their hand, they have no hand trap. We discard a card that we both wanted to rip, and then we both draw a card and they draw a hand trap. Now I know they don't know they have a hand trap, and they could be anything, and I don't know what to play around. But with exchange, it's just like a guarantee know what to play around, and it's going to be a hand rip pretty much at that point. So exchange is pretty much the sackiest card in this deck now. This is this new smoke grenade along with Triple T, because Triple T is confiscation. So then you have this too. You pretty much have 6 copies of hand ripping and hand knowledge cards, and then 3 connector to dolphin. So there's so many cards in your deck that allows you to rip your opponent's hand. So yeah, that's the deck. That's 45 in the main. Smoke grenade is gone, but I'm sorry to tell that you people are still gonna lose the hand swapping. Exchange is nuts. Next thing, we're gonna go with the side deck first. As for locals, we're citing 2 Ash Blossom because it's very generically good. No explanations there. The 1 Pinkertops because it's at 1. Rest in peace. Next up, we got 2 Turtles. This is kind of coverage for like random boss monsters like UCT or Dolka or Dragoons or freaking anything. Just things that you can't deal with. Mega Clops if someone played that card, Infinitrack thing. Just good outs to things. Mirror matches for like negates, whatever you need to do it for. Nibiru for the combos, obviously. Nibiru just a god card. You gotta have it. You gotta make them respect the rock. And then for the back row hate, we went back to Lightning Storm for this locals week because the new format. I figured when you go to the new format, you usually see a lot of more helmet decks, like because people are kind of confused of what to play at first, and I didn't want to be without any of these bomb cards in my side deck to win against these helmet decks. Lightning Storm is just very generically overpowering card. Like that card's nice. And next up, obviously, we have the 1 Feather Duster because it's at 1 and it's a god card. It's self-explanatory. And then once again, same theory behind this. This is just like intertwinable for against combo and or back row decks. You can just blow them out with cards because once again, new format equals new decks. People don't know what to play because they don't have a deck to net deck until now. So here you guys go. You can net deck my Infernoble Knight deck, and you guys can play some Yu-Gi-Ohs. And then the last card is Red Reboot because we're always OTKing people with Red Reboot. So that's the side deck. And for the cool extra deck, always gotta show this off. The cool Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician sleeves. Yep. And of course, we're playing Trishula, the Dragon of Icy Imprisonment. Of course, you guys already know VFD was not addressed on the ban list, so since this card was not addressed on the ban list, we had to play more cards to get into VFD very easily, and this is one of them. The only fusion in the extra deck. Next up is Herald. One of your level 4s, obviously broken. This is the Spice. This is the Underworld Fighter Balmung. It is actually required in the combo I do to end with VFD and Herald, so that way they cannot beat you with a simple setup of whatever. You can just shotgun VFD after they pass draw phase priority. You can shotgun VFD without fear because you have Herald Arc Light Negate to protect your VFD from being negated or gamut or something. But this is a part of the combo. This is the spicy card. If you guys want to see that combo, make sure to let me know. Next up we got Roland. Of course, Power Tool, it's the same combo pretty much for always gets Living Fossil. Borload Savage is not used as much anymore, but it's still a really good negate when you have the level manipulation. Next up we got the Ravenous Crocodragon Activist. Just gonna call him Ravenous Croc Dragon something. But no, this card's amazing. It's a generic level 9 that lets you draw a card when it's sync or summon up to the number of non-tuners, and it has actually have a relevant effect of quick affecting, discarding 2 cards and destroying a card in the field, which is nuts. So amazing. And next up is the next level 9 freaking Charles. You guys know he's already broken. Yeah, so those are your 9s, and then of course we're playing True King of All Calamities, or VFD in Japan, which is what we call Very Fun Dragon. Yeah, no, this is your new win con. So Smoke Grenade is pretty much a win con back in the old deck, but now True Calamities is the new win con of True freaking Noble Knights now. So unlucky for everybody. Next up, we got one Needle Fiber. There's one time in a game match came up where this got Solemn Striked, and I actually needed another one, but I don't have another one, and so I didn't have it. So this could possibly tell me that I need another Hauka for Brax. I have a flex spot in my extra deck, so it could be a second Hauka in the future, but it only happened once, so it didn't happen a lot, but it happened enough to where it made me think about it. Next up, we got Two of Soul, self-explanatory. And here's the flex spot. We got Nightmare Unicorn. My theory on the Unicorn was if I didn't want to go Rorodon going second, then I could go Unicorn instead and access code them as well in the same turn to OTK them. It was just an option, but I never made it, but I could have made it. So I don't know, that's my flex spot right now. And then we got a Rorodon, and of course access code Talker, which is why I had the theory of the Unicorn. So this is actually pretty good in theory. I just didn't play it this tournament, but that could be the second Needle Fiber, to be honest, which might be better. You guys can try it out and let me know down below. But yeah, that's pretty much about it for the deck profile. So there it is. These two cards are gone, but doesn't mean Infernobles are dead, so you guys can keep trying it. Let me know what you think down below. If you guys want to see the new combo video I have, make sure to smash the thumbs up button. If you guys smash it enough, then I'll go ahead and make that next video after I do my top 3 of deck profiles this weekend. And yeah, that'll pretty much be about it. Alright, shout out to the bro for hosting our local tournaments. Shout out to Rick for running the tournaments. Shout out to all the homies at locals. I can't name you all, but you guys know who you are. Appreciate playing you guys every week. We're hashtag blessed having a locals. So if you guys have a locals, try to figure out how you guys can gather a little bit safely. Do it safely. Mask, hand sanitizer. Be safe, guys, out there until COVID's over. And that's pretty much about it. Signing out. Peace.